Hey guys, it's another episode of Mars Talks. I'm your host, Billy Bob Hoo Ha, and today I have nothing planned. Nothing planned in terms of what I'm going to be talking about. So, just off the top of my head, real quick. Hold on, let me get this straight. Um, I think I'll talk about. Um, I don't know if y'all heard that. That's my mom. Um, I'll talk about love, love life, pursuit of love. Kind of to help, you know, extrapolate on the Tinder stuff I talked about yesterday. So, um, I'm a lover boy. I'm not a nonchalant dreadhead, you know. For all my Gen Zers out there, I sound old. Oh my god, I'm only 21, guys. Um, but I'm like, I want love. I want somebody to love. I want somebody to love me, and I I think that hmm I think it's very difficult to find that, especially with the position I'm in right now, because I'm not in college. There's usually, they're back in the day, I guess, the day there was a quote unquote third space to find friends and girlfriends and boyfriends and partners and whatever else, right? So there's work, there's home. So there's work slash school, there's home, and then there's this third place. Maybe it's like a club or the park or something. But according to a lot of people, who I will not be naming because I don't know who they are, there's been an erosion of that third place. Third place. So, it's kind of like difficult to find that place that's not online. And the consequences of it being online is that your ecosystem is so expanded and is so wide now that your ideal choices have become even more ideal. And so with that, I think most people go after the most extreme ideal rather than what's not just acceptable, but what is good. You know what I'm saying? So, like, let's say I lived in a town of 10,000 people or 30,000 people. Doesn't make 30,000? 10,000? Okay, yeah, 30. That was the math conundrum, real quick. Um, but, let's say you lived in a town of 30,000 people. You know, you have maybe a couple high schools. You have a couple places like the park, the library. Maybe you guys have a community college, etc., etc. And that's where you'd find your people. You'd scope the area around there, and maybe you'd make a few friends. Maybe you'd, you know, have a few conversations. But that's where you were. Now it's like, instead of 30,000 people, it's like 300,000. Maybe that's a bit. Maybe that's hyperbole. Maybe it's 100,000. So your chances of finding somebody have either increased threefold or diminished threefold, depending on I want to say, your sex or gender. Because one thing I've noticed is that, and correct me if I'm wrong here, like this isn't some red pill nonsense, this is just what I've noticed, is that, I'm going to talk both sides here, is that girls pick who they want, guys get who they can. In the sense that I believe it's is that girls are going to go for the most ideal, guys are going to get for what they want. And that goes down to like evolutionary science a little bit. Like guys can get a million women pregnant, but a girl can only be pregnant with one dude for 9 months. You know what I'm saying? And so it makes sense for a girl to be selective, or a woman to be selective with who she wants. And it makes sense for a guy to be not as selective. The thing is that with this increased range of people, girls can choose who they want from a greater distance while not going anywhere but their home. You know what I'm saying? So not only do they have to not have to scope out the scenery, but their scenery is expanded so far. And so with guys, it's kind of become this, I don't want to say rat race. Well, maybe it is a rat race, where you're just hitting up every single girl you can with no real effort in actually, choosing them in particular. You're just like, hey, hook up, link, you're just being a weirdo. And so it not only makes it so girls don't really want to talk to most guys because you're being a weirdo, and not only that, maybe you're not the most attractive, or maybe you are attractive, you're just a weirdo. So with that, it's like it's harder to find what you're looking for in a meaningful setting for guys. Because I can only speak for myself. I know I have a lot of female friends, I have a lot of girlfriends, and I know with girls, it's like a billion choices, and they're all coming at you at once, and it's overwhelming, and none of them are good. And the ones that are good are hard to find. It's the needle in the haystack. So I guess the weirdest way to put it is, for girls, it's a needle in a haystack. For guys, there's needles but no haystack, and you have to search an entire desert for the needle because nobody's picking you. And so that makes love hard to find, especially online. And the thing is that I'm not in a position to find it in person right now. And I might not be for a while. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I plan to go into community college. I was actually supposed to go this fall. But, things just happened. I don't know how to put it. Things happened. So, I mean, yeah, that's what's going on here. For all the guys and girls trying to figure out, or who have experienced it, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me what your thoughts are. Because I've seen girls swipe on Tinder. It's like boop, 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 boop. And it's like there's not even like looking at the profile, or not the profile, because they're obviously looking at the profile. What I mean is you're not looking at the details. You're not looking at who they are or their political standings or whatever. You're just boop, 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 boop. Who's attractive, who's not, who's attractive, who's not, So with that said, it's kind of difficult to figure it out. I mean, some girls are more picky than others. Some girls actually look. But it's hard to find them. Or it's hard to come across them, because you can't necessarily find them, I guess. They got to pick you, and you got to pick them. And we already picked majority of the girls anyway, because we're looking for something, period. As long as it works for us, you know. Anyway, guys, it's been 10 minutes. Oh my goodness. I'm your host, Billy Bob Thornton, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you find love if you haven't found it yet. If you have found love, I hope it's a sustained, healthy, wholesome love that lasts you a lifetime, if you want it to be that way. Anyway, yeah, peace.